In 2014, a Reddit post was made explaining the Hooded Man ritual. This post basically explained the Hooded Man ritual itself. It also listed all of the rules you had to follow if you were stupid enough to play it. So tell me guys, have you ever performed the Hooded Man ritual? Alright guys, before we go any further with this video, I have some stuff to say. Gathered up from all my information and all my research for this video, everything I've read has stated that the Hooded Man ritual is real, it's very dangerous. So I'm going to say right now, don't do it. And if you do it, don't blame me, because here's how it goes. You do it, you get hurt, you blame me, your mom sues me, no more life in Technicolor. So don't do it, and if you do, it's not my fault. And I don't want life in Technicolor to go away. You don't want life in Technicolor to go away. So don't do it. Anyways, our story begins in November of 2014 on Reddit. A Reddit user by the name of Nikki Butler123 actually went to Reddit to report on the Hooded Man ritual. This isn't the first time the Hooded Man ritual has been brought up on the internet, but this is the story that actually skyrocketed, sort of, to stardom. The Redditor also explained the point of the ritual, which is to send you to another world via taxicab. Well, another world is one word for it. It's also been described as another dimension. Some people even think it's a portal to hell. And quite honestly, after hearing some of these stories, I think that theory is the one that makes the most sense. So naturally, Reddit took to this, and many people started to perform this ritual and describe their experiences on Reddit. A Redditor by the name of Michaela Does Rituals took to Reddit to tell her experience with the ritual. She explained the ritual as actually being very relaxing. She claimed the cab itself hardly made any noise and moved so smoothly it felt like she was floating. But she also described the world around her. At first, it didn't seem like much out of the ordinary. She was from London and actually felt like she was driving through some back highway of the UK. But the longer she stayed in the cab, the more twisted and disturbing the world outside became. In fact, the car actually passed several severed heads that were actually on poles screaming at her. She also described being surrounded by zombie-like people that were slowly closing in on the cab, dragging their fingers against the window. Another Redditor by the name of Molly actually described a world full of indescribable colors. She even tried to describe the man that actually entered the cab after the ritual began. He wore a crown and a robe, but not like a mourning robe, more of an old-fashioned robe that royalty would wear. And surprisingly, he was quite charming, except his teeth actually seemed very off for some reason. Though she had never met the man before and there was really no way for him to know her, he knew her name. He even knew all of her problems, and actually requested that Molly refer to him as father. At some point during the ride, she wound up falling asleep in his lap and woke up in her apartment the next day, where she then closed the ritual. For some reason, this ritual doesn't seem to end in tragedy very often, though everywhere it takes you seems to be quite disturbing and weird. Not to mention the fact that you're not supposed to talk to the hooded man that drives the cab. You're not supposed to ask him questions, okay? He's not there for that. And you're definitely not supposed to antagonize him. Once the cab starts moving, you don't panic and you don't get out of the vehicle. Why you would want to get out of the vehicle, I don't know. You're literally driving through a hellish landscape, but apparently someone has tried to do that, otherwise it wouldn't be written down in this story. I wonder where they are nowadays. The author also noted that you shouldn't play the game if you're in a state of anger, nervousness, fear, panic, or antagonized. The game won't go the way you want it to go if you play like this. She also explained that you have to play the game by yourself or it will not work. She then also stated to play the game at your own risk. Now before I tell you how to play this game, I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this several times in this video. Don't do it. And if you do it, don't blame me if you get hurt, because it's not my fault. I'm just the messenger, alright? I'm just the messenger. Now here are the requirements to play the game. First thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need to be alone. The second thing you need is 2 black cords or rope. measuring to be about half a meter each. You're also going to need a telephone. Now, a cell phone will work, but there could be some difficulties behind it. It's encouraged that you use an old-fashioned rotary phone. I don't know if you could still buy those in stores, but landlines also work. You're also going to need salt, a watch, and either matches or a lighter. Now, before you perform the ritual, it's advised that you cleanse your home or wherever you're going to be performing the ritual by burning sage, praying over the house, whatever it is, you're supposed to cleanse your home. Now to begin the ritual. First thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to turn off all the lights and electronics in your house. You gotta make sure all the doors are shut, all the windows are shut, no way in, no way out, and all of your blinds are closed. Once you're alone in the darkness, what you have to do is put the matches and the rope beside the phone. But you keep the watch on your person at all times. Now, I'm not going to give the phone numbers or anything like that you have to call the cab, because I don't want you to do this. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm trying to protect myself here. So no, I will not put the phone numbers in this video, but I will put a link in the description to the instructions. But once you call the cab, if you did everything correctly, you're supposed to look out your window and you'll see a black cab outside. From there, you go inside, you get into the back seat, you lock the door, and you fall asleep. Guys, it should be common knowledge not to get into the back seat of a car you don't know, but in this case, we'll ignore it. But back to the ritual. When you wake up, check your watch and make sure that it's 3:30 a.m. Not a minute before, not a minute after. If it's at any other time than 3:30 a.m. on the dot, immediately exit the vehicle, go back inside. You're done. Alright, you need to finish the ritual inside, but don't try to follow through. You're done. If it is 3:30, go back to sleep. The second time you wake up, the car will be driving. And who will be driving the car? The hooded man. And also, you're not going to be driving in your world. I know that it's going to look like your world at first, but this will not be planet Earth. And once again, if you do this, don't try to talk to the hooded man. Don't ask him any questions. He's not there for that. He's not necessarily good. He's not necessarily bad. He's in the middle. And he's doing his job, which is to give you a ride. So don't antagonize him, don't ask him questions, don't do anything that you wouldn't do to a normal person. You just sit there, you mind your own business. Once you realize where you are, it's very important that you don't panic. If you panic, you're just gonna make things worse. It's also very important that you don't try to get out of your car. And lastly, it's also important that you don't look at or talk to anybody that might enter the vehicle while you're in it. For some reason, that Redditor did do that and nothing seemed to happen to her, but it's highly advised that you don't look at them and you don't talk to them. Like I said before, you mind your own business, even if they try to talk to you. You're then going to go for a drive inside this other dimension, this other world. You're going to see some stuff, you're going to be freaked out, and whenever you've had enough, whenever you're ready to be done, all you have to do is you lean up to the hooded man's ear and you whisper, "I am done with my ride, please take me home." He will then take you home. You then fall asleep, then you will wake up at home, you exit the vehicle, you go inside, you call the number back, and you say thank you for my ride. Then you're done. And guys, please don't do this. I keep saying that, but it doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't really know why anybody would want to do this, but for those that do, I'm very curious to know what happened on your ride. For a lot of people, the ritual didn't seem to actually work, but for some people, they did report actually seeing the black cab. Some people actually went to sleep in the black cab but woke up at a different time. Therefore, the ritual didn't work out for them. But there's so many stories on this ritual itself that are actually very interesting to read. I will note, however, that most of these stories are on r/nosleep for Reddit, and not gonna lie, middle schoolers ruin no sleep. Just like Five Nights at Freddy's and just like creepypasta itself, it has been ruined by middle schoolers telling their crappy stories that they wrote themselves. Think really bad creepypasta fanfiction, and that's what r/nosleep is nowadays. Though r/nosleep is supposed to be true scary stories, at the time, that was mainly what r/nosleep was. but I can't say that's the truth for most of the stories that I did read today. So what do you guys think of this ritual? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Just let me know in the comments your thoughts on the situation. I'm a Christian, and I do think that there's more to the world than we understand, than we are meant to understand. I mean, we know that there's all of these different dimensions taking place at once, right? So we only have 5 senses to experience it with. There's so much that we just aren't seeing, and stuff that we're not even supposed to know about, things that we aren't supposed to see or understand, you know. There's a lot of stuff out there, and from time to time, maybe somebody has managed to slip in behind the scenes. But you know what? I'm gonna make a deal with you guys. You show this video some love, you let me know in the comments, me and Kyle will try this ritual out. I'm regretting this. I'm regretting saying that. I don't want to mess with any demons or anything like that, you know. I'm out on that, man. I don't know, I'm regretting saying that. You guys already had me doing freaking Little Susie twice. And for those of you that are still interested in Little Susie, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any crying or anything. But that doesn't mean that that's not true. But yeah, show this video some love, and I guess me and Kyle will try this ritual out. If Kyle's down, I'm sure Kyle would be down. If he's not down, I'm sure Wilson would be down. I don't know, maybe the 3 of us will do it together. Or not together, because it wouldn't work if we're together. I mean, like, I'd do it, and they'd do it, and we'd, like, congregate and talk about it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's all I'll say is I don't know. I'm also just gonna say this one last time. If you do it, you didn't hear it from me. Okay, I didn't tell you to do it. I didn't encourage you to do it. I just want to know if you have done it. And if you have, what happened? Heck, I'd even interview you on the show. If you did it and you have a story to tell, you can come on here, we'll talk. So that's it on the ritual. I have a couple of cool videos coming out soon. Next weekend, I'll be going to Nashville to go to Sad Summer Festival, so I'm gonna vlog that, just like I vlogged the Hella Mega Tour. I don't know how interesting it'll be though, because I'm going by myself, so I don't really know if I'll have a lot to film. Maybe I'll film around Nashville while I'm there. I really want your ideas, guys. Like, if you have any ideas on a video you want to see, please let me know. I know that some of you have actually requested me do some gaming videos, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't play video games, guys. I really, 1, I don't have time to, and 2, I really enjoy making videos, so I'd rather spend that time making videos, writing videos, making music, writing music, doing podcasts, you know, than playing video games. I also have like a very busy job where I work 12 hours a day, so I'm really working like 70, 80 hour work weeks sometimes, you know. I work a lot, guys. So yeah, I don't really have the time to do gaming videos, but any other ideas, please let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas, your scary stories, your topics that you want me to cover. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, be nice to each other. The world's going crazy. We can't turn on each other now. I mean, we already have, but be nice to each other. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you, as long as you know that you're a good person. It doesn't matter what they think of you. And remind yourself of that, because it's easy to forget that. I'm rambling right now, but it's a lesson that I've been having to teach myself recently, is that it doesn't matter what people think about you. You know, you do you, you have a good time. At the end of the day, it's between you and God. And yeah, man, be nice to each other, for real though. All right, I love you guys.